So I have a 2001 F350. It has a 7.3 engine in it, and the truck did something relatively odd to me. It's always ran pretty good, and I was driving it along, and all of a sudden it started surging, and I'll show you what that sounds like right now. Now it's a little bit hard to start, and when it starts, it surges like this. If I give it a little bit of gas, it never gets any better. Now, changing out some leaky lines, I accidentally broke the IPR valve off. I put a new IPR valve on it, and that is why the air cleaner is off. I actually removed this down tube in the air cleaner so I could reach in there and replace that. I did not think that was the problem. It was just something I broke in a line upgrade. I added new lines. I was having some leaks, and I took care of those issues. But now we're back to the original problem, and that is a really bad surge. Now, when it surged, it did it at a stoplight. It was driving along fine. I stopped at the stoplight, it started surging, and at that time it was unresponsive to the throttle. I could give it all the gas you needed, and it didn't do anything. As odd as that sounds, it just did nothing but idled rough. I was able to kind of limp in rough kind of mode. In gear, it was just kind of at idle, and it was a rough surge, but it let me kind of limp through the intersection, and I pulled over and turned the truck off, started the truck, and it ran fine again. It did it a little bit later, and I started the truck and it ran fine. I drove it all the way home, did these upgrades, and now it's surging again. So I don't think anything I did replacing those fuel lines has caused the surge. I really think the ICP is bad. Now, the ICP sits right down here, and my understanding is it controls the pressure along the oil rails, which obviously fire the injectors. When this goes bad, the computer really doesn't have any idea what pressure it has, and it kind of searches for the right pressure, and you get that bad surge sometimes. Now, I'm not 100% sure if this is what is bad. However, I have a sneaky suspicion it is, and I'm doing this video so I can post it on a forum and get some help from other people. One thing I do want to ask is these little plugs have boots on them. Now, they also say if there's oil inside your plug, that's a good indication that it is bad, and mine has oil inside the plug, but I don't have the little rubber boots. Does anybody know where I can buy those from so that I can seal this guy back up? Now here's the data coming out of Forescan. I have no idea why Forescan has ICP 2 sensors, but I've tagged them both, and you can see they really don't correspond with each other. So if somebody has an answer to that, please put it down in the comments below, because I don't understand why it shows 2 sensors and they both show different data. So there you have it, guys. I think it's an ICP problem, but if you think it's something else, please post down below in the comments. Let me know what you think. Let me know what I can do to test this problem, what other people can do to test this problem, so they can tell what their issue is as well. I will do a follow-up once we figure out what the problem is and let you guys know what's going on with this truck.